What kind of microphone do you have, Erin?
I have this Scarlett Solo setup.
Okay, cool.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty fancy.
Yeah, you sound good. You're in the closet too?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, that's.
No, I keep all my clothes in my kitchen, Tim.
Yeah. Some people do. People are changing their entire apartments for this quarantine.
Tim places his mic right next to the wall next to the train, so.
Yeah.
I was
It's going right now.
a guest on a podcast, this like random person's podcast, and they were recording from their bathroom, and they were sitting on the toilet, and I was like, and they were like,
was that part
and no
of
one else saw the humor of it. I was like, you're doing a podcast on the toilet, my guy.
Yeah, Erin, you're kind of like the first guest out of the very tight group of like fudge. We've done like a bunch of fudge eps, and we haven't really branched out yet. So this is like going to be very much an experimental episode here.
I think that's a good strategy, though.
Yeah. Well,
I'm a huge
Erin's
fan
also,
of fudge.
And Erin has played with fudge before.
That's true.
And it's very funny. So
yes. Actually, was that for the February shows that we did, right? That was like one of my favorite shows.
I believe so.
I've played with fudge a couple times, I think, and both times it was like some of the worst stage fright of my life because I was like, oh man, your brains move so fast.
Oh my God.
I did a Halloween show with you guys. It was
I remember that one. Yeah, that was so
with
fun.
Lindsay Smith. That was so fun.
Yeah.
I think about that show all the time because it was such a bad idea to make it half of a bat, so half in the dark. Remember, like it was half in the dark, and then like in the middle of the show, all the lights went on. The audience was like, "Oh, why?"
And we're also wearing costumes, right?
Yeah, we were all wearing costumes, which was like the whole point of it. Was like they weren't supposed to see that we were dressed
This is
up.
why
and then
people
as soon as
fucking
it
hate
came
improv
on,
right here. That story.
I wish I had a clip of us in the green room enthusiastically agreeing to half of a bat. Oh man, that's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be so great.
The lights come on. I think people thought like the show was like kind of over or whatever. That I do remember that. That was so funny.
It was my fault for not giving good direction to the tech to be like, okay, you should turn it on at this. I was just like, bring them up whenever, and they came up like towards the end of the show. So we only had about 10 minutes in the light of day.
Yeah. Well,
oh man,
Erin, that's how I feel with you though. I mean, you are like the podcast queen here. I feel like
it's official.
I know you're like all over the place. How's it been without seeing? When's the last time you actually saw? For anyone who doesn't know, Erin does a very great podcast called Hey Riddle Riddle. Check it out. Erin, how has it been not seeing JPC and Adel in person for like months?
So bizarre. I saw JPC at the IO Theater when we went to pick up all of our world news stuff, and at that point I hadn't seen him in like 3 months, and I was like, oh, I forgot that you're a real person. It's strange. It's strange to flip from doing improv in a room with people to only doing audio improv. It feels very different.
Have you thought to like do any, or is there any talk about like trying to do it in person with like, similar to how restaurants are putting up spit screens or splash screens?
Yeah, we're going to go down to the Magnificent Mile and sit at a table. Do some outdoor seating.
Just do it at the outdoor seating, yeah.
Have you guys been into any restaurants since they've like opened a little bit?
I went to one Mexican restaurant that had outdoor seating, and I literally told Kelly, I was like, it's the only place I've felt safe where there was like 5 tables, but they all were partitioned with about a like 7-foot plastic wall. So Kelly and I went and sat between like these 2 plastic like walls that separated us from the other tables. So that's the only time I have been out. How about you?
I've only been once, and I went and had a drink by the river with Sean. And the whole time we were there, we were just in a terrible mood and like on the verge of a fight. And we were like, we're just really anxious to be out. Everything's fine. We're just like, we've had this horrible guilt for our waiter. We feel really bad about it. It's not a good vibe.
I think the thing for me personally, who knows both you and Sean personally, is the idea of you guys being in a fight. I feel like you're the 2 most positive people I know. So what's a fight like with you guys?
That's a really good question. I think because we're both like, everything's going to be fine. A lot can build up. So when we do fight, it's like, no one's listening.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to leave. Everyone's 11 years old. We've actually had fights where both of us have like mimicked the person's voice back to them. like a child.
Oh, like a mocking.
Yeah.
That's awful.
I know. Well, it's because it's so rare that when it does happen, we like forget how to fight and we act like little kids.
Are you trying to show the other person their tone? Are you like, this is what you sound like right now?
It's a clear you've lost control and you know the other person's right.
So it truly is like a like grade school bickering, not like an adult, like, hey, I want you to hear what you sound like right now.
It's a real vibe of like two siblings in the backseat of a car 12 hours into a road trip where you're just like licking your hand and putting it in their ear and the other person's like, stop.
Wow.
It really does have that energy.
Damn. And do you guys, does either of you apologize, or is it like just like a move on sort of thing?
Yeah, I don't often apologize. It's him usually. We had to create a deal because I kept leaving the apartment. Every time we fought. This was like earlier on in our relationship, and we were on and off for a few years. And we were best friends and like sort of dating in secret. So there was lots of those fights of us like we couldn't decide if we wanted to be together or not. But anytime I wasn't getting what I want or I was just mad, I would just take off.
Just ditch the apartment.
Leave.
Would you go for a long walk, or would you like just go? Were you like living?
I'd go home.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
We weren't living together, so I'd just like get in the elevator and be like, bye. And he was like, you need to stop doing that. That's not the best.
Yeah.
But so that's helped. Are you too good at fighting? Not good. Not like you win. I'm not asking how often you win.
No.
I mean, my answer is no. I'm single, and the fights I have never lead to anywhere good.
You're like,
so.
I'm single because I'm great at fighting.
I'm single because I'm great at fighting, and I say bye-bye. I don't need this in my life.
Can I just say, my wife is very good at communicating. She says exactly what she wants, to the point of fault sometimes maybe, but like I don't do that. But she actually gave Tim a very good compliment recently, because we were talking about, she just recently helped Tim like remodel some of his apartment, and they've done that a couple times now. And she said Tim is very good in arguments of like sticking up for himself and saying what he wants. Like she's helped a lot of people like or redecorate or whatever, and a lot of times she's like, they're just like, whatever they want is fine, whatever you think is good. And Tim will be like, no, I like that there, I'll take that. And like Kelly will try pushing him on something, and he'll be like, no, I feel this is what I want. And so she gives
That's
him
amazing.
a lot of like credit for being a very
I'm a Virgo, and apparently that's one of our big things is we know exactly what we want.
Really?
You should teach workshops.
I hate the
A bunch of indecisive people would show up. And you could teach us.
Workshops, like improv workshops, every time I agree to do one, or I'm just like, that would be a good idea, as soon as everybody gets there, I'm like, this was the dumbest idea I've ever had in my life. I don't want to do this. I really did not enjoy teaching.
The
improv
self-doubt washes over you
immediately. As soon as I start talking and I'm seeing blank faces, I'm like, this isn't like an improv show. These people are here and they're listening and they're learning, but I'm not having any fun.
The only improv teachers I've ever liked, though, didn't show up with the attitude that they were doing me like amazing service. They're like, this is just this thing and I can tell you what I know. Any teacher who showed up being like, I have a lot to say.
Yes.
This
oh my
is going to
God.
be excellent.
I know. The lack of awareness that like a 22-year-old just paid this place $350 and you're going to talk for 2/3 of the class is like, oh man. You know what I do though, Erin? Now that we're talking about this stuff, what I realize, I don't have very strong opinions on many things. Like I am a pushover in like 90% of my life, but the 10% that I care about, I swing the totally other way, and I have way too strong of convictions about, and like need to be better.
Is it that you're dying on like ridiculous hills?
Yeah, exactly. Where it's like there are absolutely things where I'm like, if this is what I care about. I mean, creatively especially are like those things I'm really, but like even dumb little things of like, what kind of peanut butter we buy will be like has been like a thing that I've been like, you can't cut corners on peanut.
What kind do you get?
I like Jif natural or even Skippy natural. Like I'm not even that
Skippy.
Yeah, I'm not even
add them together.
I'm not even that picky, but
that sounds like a compromise that you and Kelly made. All right, let's buy half the Skippy and half the Jif.
She has to get home from the grocery store and then scoop half out into the sink and put the other half in.
I mean, it's one of those. Yeah, so that's but that's what it's about. How have you guys been doing in quarantine? Like, because Erin, you and Sean are both home most of the day, right?
Yeah, we have been in full just like living like it's a social experiment. We've been stuck in our condo with our dog. I was just reminded of a story because speaking of dying on like stupid hills, a few years ago, Sean had to take me to the emergency room because I couldn't stop throwing up. So I'm in a wheelchair in the emergency room with an IV connected to me, and I'm throwing up. And we were having a conversation about our heights and how tall he is. And I said to him, I was like, your brother's like 3 inches taller than you, right? And he was like, no. And then I went back to throwing up and then started to fall asleep. And he was like, I'm so sorry. I can't let this. We're the same height. Do you think my brother is 3 inches taller than me? And I was like, I'm just trying to close my eyes and get some rest. He's like, we need to walk through this. Because if you think that I'm your height and you think my brother is 6'1", and you think my brother is 6 inches taller than me. And I was like, oh man, this is not the time. But he couldn't let it go.
Well, and Sean is at the perfect height. Because how tall is Sean? Like 5'10"?
That's a good. I still don't know. 5'11", maybe?
I was going to say 5'10", 5'11". I feel like that's the perfect height where, like, you can't lean into, like, the short king identity, but you're also not an objectively tall person, so you're in a weird identity crisis almost.
You're spending your whole life telling people what your exact height is.
Exactly, yeah. So, I mean, I don't know, but... Tim,
How has quarantine been for you guys?
I have been celebrating the fact that I am a short king. I've really embraced my 5'7" height. So that's what I've been up to. No, it's been fine. I feel like it's been, we talked about this the other day, it's been just like a lot of home improvement projects and exercising, getting mentally fit and physically fit the entire time. Like right now I'm sitting on an ice pack because I have a groin injury.
Ooh.
From working out too much. Or it's an existing injury that was there years ago. I was run a lot, and then it like flared up, and I had no idea what it was. I thought it was like a testicular thing, and then I went and got a what's it called, ultrasound in my testicles. You know, you could do that. They could do that.
Do they ever find a baby?
They never found a baby. They found
millions of them.
They found millions of little babies just waiting to be born. But they couldn't find anything, and then it went away because I just started swimming and like not working out as much, and then I started again, and now so that's something I'm figuring out this week. Hopefully.
Yeah. Did it seem? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Erin.
Oh no, I just had a question for Tim, and if this is too personal of a question, you can skip it. Speaking of being a short king, have you been on any dating apps during quarantine?
Yeah, shortkings.com. It's just a place for me and other short kings to meet up.
Yeah, Tim just bought the URL.
Yeah.
So it just redirects to his social pages.
I did not set her up for that, but that is, I wanted to talk about shortkings.com. I have been on the dating apps, Hinge and Bumble and Tinder. It's pretty dry out there right now. I think everybody's kind of they're interested and they're lonely. Like we're all lonely, but we're all lonely together, and no one really wants to meet up with anybody because all you can do right now is just like socially distance walk around until you both make that decision to be like, hey, maybe we should both get tested and then maybe we can kiss. So that's kind of where it's at right now. So I've had some conversations with people, but they always kind of just like fizzle out after the weekend.
So interesting.
Yeah.
Erin, were you ever on the dating apps, or were you and Sean? Because you and Sean have been together a while. Like, was it?
Yeah, I was on the dating apps.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I saw you.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you swipe right?
I see all the. No, I never swipe right on any improvisers I see. I usually swipe left.
It would have been nice to get hello and good luck out there.
I'm always like, this would be like a funny thing to do, but then there's always in the back of that other person's head being like, oh, maybe he actually likes me, and then I have to face them in real life, and I don't want to ever do that.
There should be like a swipe up option for people that are in between, like, hey, I'm not rejecting them, but I'm also not attracted to them. I just like
it's
know
a joke. It's a joke option.
Yeah, and I know them.
I just know these people. So swipe up.
Swiping up, Dan, is you give somebody a super like.
Oh, really?
And those cost extra money that you have to pay these companies.
Oh,
it's a whole. I mean, it's a disgusting system that they got.
It's a racket.
Oh, for sure.
I loved dating apps, but I only liked one. And there was like a year in Chicago where I was fully single and I was going on so many dating app dates. And half of them were good and half of them were horrible. But it was Coffee Meets Bagel.
Oh, yeah.
That was definitely my favorite.
What was the appeal of that one? What was like the pitch?
It was like a lot of power in being a woman on the app. I don't know how fun it would be to be a guy on that app because there's a lot of just like...
What were the rules? How did it...
I don't quite remember. It would only give you like 3 matches every day.
Oh, okay.
They'd be like, we're really sure these 3 people would be a good fit for you. And then if you wanted to like pay a little extra, maybe you could see like other people who had... I think it's guys see a bunch of girls' profiles, but they only show girls a certain amount of profiles.
Got it. Okay.
It was really fun. And I did go on a date, though, to the Violet Hour with this guy named Matt, and the entire time he talked about hot sauce.
Ooh.
For like 2 hours, he only talked about hot sauce.
Damn. He did take you to Violet Hour, which is a nice...
I took him.
Oh, man. As soon as I said that, I'm like, I'm about to like get canceled. I know I'm going to fuck this up.
No, isn't that... I just was like, I'll take this guy on a date. He seems really nice. And he went like this when I started talking about myself because he remembered something else he wanted to say about hot sauce.
I hate that.
He was like, I'm sorry. As I was saying...
Power move.
Yeah. Let me just finish this thought on hot sauce 90 minutes into the conversation. Violet Hour, I got to say, Kelly and I went... That was like one of our first dates, too. Seems like a place I would hate, just like in terms of who I associate, the crowds I run in, what I'm about. Seems like I would hate it. Violet Hour is a fantastic date. I cannot recommend it enough. It's like great ambiance and very... I mean, the drinks are expensive, but you're getting so much with them, I feel like.
I took my best friend from home once, and she was saying it feels like everyone's sharing state secrets. Like, everyone seems like they're spies.
100%, yeah.
And we ordered absinthe, and I was like, we feel very cool and important.
Yes.
This is very good.
Oh, yeah. It's very cool. Yeah,
so it's definitely a place that couldn't happen right now in the quarantine because it's like it's a very small, like push-together tables and...
Yeah.
It was actually, yeah.
Well, I think...
It's just inside.
Yeah.
A perfect, intimate dating spot.
Well, it's cool, though, because things are close, but they have these tall chairs. They're like, the chairs are like 6 feet tall, so you really do feel isolated while still, I don't know, feeling close.
Doesn't sound like a good place for short kings.
Oh, Guthrie's closed.
Yeah.
And I was like, where are people going to go on second dates?
Yes, that is a great second date
They
spot.
had things in their window a week ago that were like 20 years, like, thanks so much, Wrigleyville. And now the chairs are up on the tables like they're closed, but those signs are out of the windows. And it looks like they're not closing.
Oh,
but
really?
maybe they are. I don't know. I know there was a bunch of businesses in Chicago that got second loans, so maybe they were one of them. I don't know.
That would be great, man.
But that was a great place. But it's definitely a place that can't open now because the big appeal was board games, and there's no way to wash. There's no way to wash that Monopoly money.
I mean, you could.
You could.
It's time consuming.
Yeah.
You have to like hang it out like laundry.
Just paper.
I just read an article from a social scientist that's, or I don't know what the exact title is, but they were arguing that one of the big reasons that they're seeing an exodus from cities is dating apps because they're not as much of a like epicenter for like young couples as much now. Like you can meet somebody in your vicinity with more accuracy through a dating app than like, 10 years ago where you could go to a city and go to a bar and like, see a bunch of people or whatever. Like that was one of a couple forces he like pointed to as like being why there's concern that there's going to be exodus from cities.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like the idea of community within cities doesn't exist as much as it used to anymore.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
I also read an article one time that said Chicago is one of the shallowest cities in America in dating.
What?
Is that true?
That's what I heard. And you know what? I experience it every day.
I disagree.
Or did you yell that during a breakup?
I yelled it. That's my cold opener on every dating site. Hey, I heard that you're pretty fucking shallow.
Are you one of those people?
Are you one of those people? Tell me now.
What was the rationale for it?
I think it was just, I don't remember. It was so long ago, and I feel like it was a headline, and I just gave you a headline only. So I apologize.
That's fascinating.
Don't take it as
I've been
fact.
trying to tell my friends from other cities who are single to come and move to Chicago because I just think Chicago guys are better than any other city.
Damn.
Couldn't agree more. Could not agree more.
Wow.
Oh, man.
I could chat forever. This is so great. It's great to catch up, Erin. It's so good to see you.
I miss you guys so much.
Likewise. But I don't want to keep you guys here all night. So should we get into it? Should we do a little improv?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Awesome. Well, let's jump into it. Erin, how we usually do it is we just kind of grab a word. Oh, Erin's putting on her reading glasses. Her
My
improv
improv
glasses.
Should I put on my improv? They're not in the room. I would have put them on.
We usually
They
just
help me see the laughs more.
That's what we need. So we usually just start with a word. So you just want to give us a word, and we'll go from there. Anything that comes to mind. You can find something in your room, in your closet, wherever you're at right now. Think of something that's been on your mind. We'll do anything.
I see a picture of a penguin on a bag in my room. So how about we do zoo?
Zoo. Perfect. All right.
Cool.
Great. Thanks. All right, so this is where we keep the chimpanzees. So we got to come in twice a day to feed them, and then we come in at 8 o'clock every night and kind of tidy it up a little bit.
I got a question.
Yeah, what's up, Mary?
Are there security cameras in here? In the chimpanzee room?
There's a live stream for the website, but there's no security cameras, I think, in this area. But you'd have
And
to
that's
check
always on?
24/7 live feed. Because one of the chimpanzees has been pregnant for the last 36 months, so there's a big internet following waiting to see when she delivers. Why are you so interested about all the security?
No reason. That's just a little disappointing. 36 months pregnancy.
Yeah.
Good for her.
It's been an extended pregnancy, yeah. So she weighs about 480 pounds right now. The baby
How many babies is it?
It's twins, but they're both about 2 years old right now. So, yeah. So it's been... So I forgot to mention, a big thing that you have to do every day is come in and massage Elizabeth's ankles and feet, because she obviously is on those all day. And
Right. And like other like animal... habitats, like anything that is like sort of off the grid or doesn't really have cameras.
Okay, Mary, are you trying to knock over the zoo here? With
This some sort of Ocean's 11 zoo situation? I hope you're not working with David. He's a disgraced former zoo employee who was fired for stealing animals. He tried selling them on eBay.
Mary, over here. Over here. I got us a table. Come here. So, what'd you find out?
Well, apparently.
Shut up.
Shut up. You asked me a question.
I asked you a question, but you're responding to me at full volume.
Well, people are going to think we're up to something if I whisper. If I say it full volume, they won't think I'm hiding anything.
All right, fine. Go ahead.
Okay,
What'd you
so
find
I
out?
went to the zoo, and I found out that a lot of people, like teachers, bored people at their offices, keep up a live stream of animals all the time, so like they can watch it, and it's very entertaining to them.
Right.
So there's really no animals we can steal, except, and I don't know how you're gonna feel about this, polar bears.
Yikes. Okay. That's a big one to start with.
Are you scared? Maybe I'm not reading this right, but are you scared?
Well, Mary, it's the most dangerous of the bear. We're actually their only enemy. Humans are polar bears' only enemy.
That can't be right. What about seals?
It is. They like seals, but they have to eat them to survive.
Oh,
but polar
okay.
bears hate humans.
All right.
They hate us.
What about really big penguins? Are they only scared of humans?
They're not scared of us. They're not fucking scared of us, Mary. We're their enemies. They don't like us.
Okay. All right. Well, then we get one, and then we sell it, and then it's out of our hair.
Well,
hey guys, welcome to Hooters. Tell me if I'm wrong here, but I'm sensing a first date. Is this a first date scenario here?
just go with it.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
We are.
All right, I'll tell you what. Onion rings on the house. How's that sound?
That's good.
Hey.
Oh.
We love that you're our waiter.
Yeah.
Isn't it normally like a lady?
Oh, yeah. Well, usually, yes. Everyone called off today, so my name is Chad. I'm going to be taking care of
This whole section, all the sections are kind of up to me. You can see I do got the shorts on, so you're getting a little ball cleave. How about that? I'll keep it away from the onion rings.
We love it. We'll take 2 Chardonnays.
Fancy.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
And everyone called off on the same day?
Yeah, everyone called off on the same day. So I'm the manager here, and it's my birthday, and my whole staff fucking hates my guts. So everyone called
that
off
sucked.
today, so I'm working. I had to cancel my own birthday party to be here, but hey, I get to flash a lot of strangers my ball sack. Happy birthday to me. So, yeah. Anyways, don't want to ruin the mood. I'm happy you guys are here.
Could we exchange? I don't want to sound ungrateful, but for the onion rings, could we do mozzarella sticks instead of onion
like
rings?
free mozzarella sticks.
Just because the onion rings, I've had them here before.
I feel like everyone in my life fucking pushes me over.
No, we're not pushing you over.
Did I just read push over to you?
No, we
You
just.
just look at me. Am I just a mark?
I've had them. I've had the onion rings here before, and they're a little. They come out a little soggy. So I.
Can I be honest with you?
This morning, when I started my car in the garage, I had forgotten to open my garage door. Honest mistake. But for a brief moment, maybe, 15 minutes, I just sat there. And I thought, what if I don't open the garage door and I just let the fumes?
What?
Nothing. Sorry, that's a me problem. Shouldn't have brought that up. This is Hooters. Everyone's having a fun fucking time until I show up. That's who I am. That's what I bring to the world.
So,
Why?
no on the onion rings?
Yeah, you know what? You can get some mott sticks. No one in the world gives a fuck about me, so it doesn't matter. Mott sticks on the house. How about that? How's that sound? How's that? We having fun? We having fun?
Oh, thank you.
Dad,
what's up,
Mom's
sweetheart?
said I can have dinner with you for your birthday, but today is technically not your day, so if you can just drop me
know
off at home after this.
Okay, I'm sorry, Jake. I'm confused by the logic here. Mom said you could have dinner with me, but you're saying since it's technically not my day, you don't want to have dinner with me?
No, I can have a quick bite, and then I would like to go home.
Okay, I got us reservations at Ruth's Chris, so we got a fancy dinner plan. It's gonna get us both a nice steak for my birthday, a nice New York strip for my birthday, father-son dinner.
Okay, fine. Can I bring my iPad?
What are you doing on that iPad?
Just drawing.
Literally, you're just using the
characters.
drawing app? That's the You don't want to hang out with your dad on his birthday because you're doing the drawing app? You're not even on a social media platform?
No, I'm drawing and I'm streaming it live.
All right. Yeah, I guess, kid, bring your iPad if that's what's gonna make you happy. Bring your iPad.
Are you dating anyone new?
I was.
Mom is. You were.
Who's mom dating?
Oh, you're your best friend, Uncle Ben.
My brother? Uncle Ben? She's dating
Yeah.
my fucking brother?
Yeah, you always said he's your best friend and your brother.
Yeah, but he also was my divorce lawyer. He represented me in the I knew I got butt fucked in the divorce.
Dad, stop yelling butt fuck.
What? There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's fine. We're sex positive. Are you fucking kidding me? Your uncle is dating mom?
This is not a me problem. This is between the three of you.
Yeah. That was the problem with your mom and I, is that she kept wanting there to be 3 of us. And I didn't feel comfortable with it.
I'm just confused because you guys got really mad at me that I didn't invite either of you to career day at school. But then you talk like this around me. You two are loose cannons. You can't be trusted around my classmates.
You shouldn't be embarrassed. I run one of the most successful Hooters in the tri-state area.
Dad, they hate you.
That's
All of your employees.
because I'm their
line
boss. I'm
cooks,
not their friend.
bartenders. Oh, God, not a good vibe in a Hooters. Uncle Ben and I have gotten really close, and I invited him to talk at career day in my class.
You invited Uncle Ben
Yeah.
to career day? Oh.
All right, kids, welcome. This is my Uncle Ben, and he's going to tell us a little something about what he does for work.
Hey everybody, I am Uncle Ben. to my niece here, but you could just call me Ben.
Sorry, was that a joke?
It's a little joke. Sorry. Yeah, a little bit of a joke. I apologize. A little bit of a joke at
You
the
don't
top.
have to say you're sorry.
No, I'm sorry, but yeah, it's just something I do.
If I could make a quick suggestion about the joke,
Sure.
there was not a clear punchline. It sounded as if it was more of a statement.
I hear it now. Now that I hear it, play it back in my head, it does sound like more of a statement. Thank you. Very astute.
Toby Seinfeld knows a lot about comedy, so I would take that note.
I will take that
you.
note. Thank you, Toby Seinfeld. That's very nice of you. Very astute. I thought I was playing to a dumber audience, so I appreciate the feedback.
Play to the top of your intelligence.
Thank you, Toby. Thank you. So, my job, I run a chain of very successful sporting goods stores. You may have heard of them, Dick's Sporting Goods. I own.
Okay, it says here that you're a divorce attorney, so is this another joke?
Nope. I am a divorce attorney, but I own a a chain of Dick's Sporting Goods on the side. But if you'd like to hear about my divorce attorney job, I can do that as well. Show of hands. Who wants to hear about the divorce attorney job? Okay, everybody. All right. Let's do that then. I'll leave the Dick's Sporting Goods stuff on the back burner. So what I do,
I got
your
a question.
parents.
I got a
Oh yeah,
question.
go ahead.
Have any of our parents come into your office and then later change their mind?
I'm actually not allowed to disclose that information, but it is career day, so I'll say yes, it has. And so that's a good segue into what I was going to say next, is that my job is to take couples. So as you know, your parents are married and then they had you. After that happens, something can sometimes happen. Friction arises between these couples. They realize, oh, this was a bad idea, or we only did this to try and keep us together, and that was a mistake.
People.
Yes, Toby, you become different people. And so people need time to be together before they make that big decision, that big life-changing decision. Mm-hmm. So when they decide, hey, maybe we're not right for each other, they come to me and then I help them.
A lot of times it's not an immediate decision. It kind of cascades over a couple of years.
Over a couple of years. Yeah, that is right, Toby. Yeah.
You can wake up and then you don't recognize who you're looking at.
Yep. That's something that I write that exact statement down a lot for people. Mm-hmm. So my job is to just help them start new lives and make sure we divvy up everything equally. It's like when you're sharing your toys with each other, right? You have your toys and you have to give some up sometimes when you're not able to play with them anymore.
Mr. Ben?
You just call me Ben.
Okay, Mr. Ben. I was just wondering if, like, seeing so many marriages fall apart, sort of, did it ever dissuade you from getting married yourself?
No. Well, I had been married before, and then I was my own divorce lawyer. So I made out pretty good in that one.
I thought you tried to distribute things fairly. You said evenly before.
Well, sometimes not everybody deserves everything.
Deserves an interesting choice of word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Toby, they got vending machines at this school?
No, they took them all out because I kept getting stuck.
Okay, well, why don't you go down to the lunchroom and get yourself something to eat?
Are you bribing him to leave? You just handed him a $1 bill.
Yeah, no offense, Ben, but I've been looking forward to this session for like the last 4 days.
Oh, all right.
I sat through a bunch of firemen and police officers to get to the divorce attorney, and I'm not leaving now.
Right. All right, well...
He's not kidding. He left during when the ice cream maker was talking.
Jesus.
He wasn't even interested in that. And that was amazing. There were free samples.
Yeah.
Toby, you're the worst
I didn't
kind
even want
of
them. I
kid.
left. I said, call me when the divorce lawyer gets in here.
Well, do you have a specific question for Ben, the divorce lawyer?
What's something I can do at age 9 to assure that I never have to experience the pain of a divorce?
Same question for me.
Well, at age 9, you don't really have to do anything. You just need to listen to your parents and learn as much as you can about the world. And when you do find somebody, open communication. is key, and make sure that they're the one before you decide to get married.
What does someone have to do in order to not deserve their things anymore? And this is specific to your marriage.
Yeah, I guess they need to be pretty cold-hearted. They have had to cheat on you multiple times.
There it is. There's the source of deserve.
Yeah, so it was a little spiteful in my part, but it felt like it needed to be done.
Sometimes people cheat not because they don't love the other person, but because they don't love who they've become, and they blame the other person.
Mr. Ben is crying.
I'm not.
Are you allergic to something in our classroom, Mr. Ben?
No, it's you just bring up a lot of hard question.
You just pulled out your phone and your thumb is hovering over the call button.
I just I need a second here.
And Toby, can you scooch a little further away from that iguana habitat? You're making us a little bit nervous. You've been banned from feeding the iguana, and we all know why, okay, bud?
Okay, that was not my fault. How was I supposed to know that there was a security camera on the iguana?
Well, we placed it there.
Yeah, and I came in on the weekend to feed him my Thanksgiving leftovers.
Well, I'm gonna head out. I appreciate you having me as your guest speaker today.
Hey, Uncle Ben, don't call her.
Don't call
Don't call her. You're happier now with my mom.
I will.
Oh.
Toby didn't know that.
I'm gonna need another 15 minutes to kind of sort through some of this.
Officer Howie, this is actually a really straightforward job. You're just going to breathalyze each kid on their way into the dance. Can you just repeat that back to me so
Sure.
I know you heard it?
Absolutely. I will breathalyze every student that comes into the dance. If anyone tests above a .01 BAC, they will be arrested and charged.
Oh, well, you've sort of embellished it a little bit. We're just breathalyzing them, and if there's anyone who has a .01, you're just going to walk them over to me.
Walk them over.
Just walk them over.
Got it.
Over, yeah.
I will register them as domestic terrorists in our database. I will walk them over to you. I have a mobile app. They've made it real easy to register domestic terrorists.
And I have to ask, what is the database? This looks like it's just a Google.
Yeah, it's a Google Doc I keep with a bunch of other police officers. Whenever we find someone we suspect of being a domestic terrorist, we just update their name on it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, this looks like it's just public and can be edited by basically anyone who gets their hands on it.
Well, they gotta have the password.
Howie, just make sure no one goes into this dance trunk.
Absolutely. So, Miss Lachelle, you're going stag to the dance, I see?
I have been reminded by every adult walking into this dance that I'm here alone, and I do not need it from another adult. Thank you so much. I don't have a date. Everyone has mentioned it to me. Thank you so much.
Okay. Your BAC is .4. Get on the ground. You are fucked out of your mind right now.
No, I used mouthwash before I came here. I was hoping to maybe get a kiss.
Jesus Christ. This is the saddest thing I've ever seen. But listen, I should register you as a domestic terrorist, but you know Louis Chestnut?
Yeah, the biggest loser in school.
That's what I thought too. He's stag and that kid's packing.
What?
Kid's built like a lumberjack, if you know what I'm saying.
How do you know that?
He ripped his pants on the way in.
Oh, Officer Howie, have a good night. Can I go into the dance now?
Yeah, have a good night. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Well, if I'm being honest, I'm personally still a little shaken. Hey, Louie.
Yeah.
I've been setting you up all night, kid. This is gonna be a dance for you to remember.
What are we talking about?
Don't ask any questions. Just, I've been pushing you real hard. Let's just say Louis' stock is through the roof right now, kid.
All right.
I was a nerd once too. I get it.
I'm not a nerd.
Okay. That dragon on your shirt says differently.
This is, I made this myself. This is my own shirt.
Wow, I think you think you're helping your cause.
What?
Look, just don't ask any questions, all right? You're going to be the cat's
Okay.
meow with a dance, okay? So just try to play it cool.
All right. Any word in my pants?
No, just don't stand up.
All right.
Hey, Louie, you probably don't recognize me or remember me.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. What's hi? Hi.
Hi, I noticed that we're both your stag, and I was wondering if you wanted to stand up off the bleachers and dance with me?
I do. I kind of like to dance sitting down though. It's kind of like so I kind of just like to. If you want to just stand next to me and we can hold hands and sway.
It sort of feels like we have big targets on our back already. We're just like sort of, I don't know. I don't want tonight to get any worse. Why don't you just stand up and dance with me?
I want to, but
Oh my god, I can't believe I'm being rejected by the biggest
you're not being
loser in
rejected.
school.
All right, I'm gonna stand up. Just don't scream.
What do you mean don't scream?
Just trust me.
I don't.
Hey, is that Kayla getting rejected by Louie Chestnut?
Oh god. Oh god. I'm
sorry.
gonna go hide in the bathroom.
No, don't. Damn it. Stupid hog.
It's that time of night, folks. We are going to announce the winners of the Homecoming King and Queen.
I voted for Louie because he's been sitting in the stands with that blanket and everyone thinks he's got cancer.
For Homecoming King, we got, whoa, Louie. Louie, come on up here, pal. You got the votes. Come on, Louie, yeah.
I'll take it from back here.
No, you gotta come up or you're not eligible.
Are you too sick to dance, Louie? Come on, everyone, let's go carry him!
No,
Come on, Louie.
No, don't pull my blanket up.
Oh, God.
It looks like the iguana!
It's my penis.
Get out. Get out.
Get out of here, Louie! You never should have come to this dance!
Damn it, stupid hog.
So, Karen, this is your dorm room, huh? Pretty cool. Pretty cool,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Can't believe my daughter's gonna be a Ohio Northern polar bear. So proud of you. You're the first one to go to college in our family. I'm so proud of you.
Well, Dad, these are the last of the boxes. So, have a
Yeah.
safe ride home.
I will. Car's gonna feel empty without you in it.
Please don't cry, Dad.
I'm not crying. I'm not
Dad, don't be sad. It's not that big of a deal. You
I'm
have
not
your
crying. I was just allergic to the iguana we saw on the way in here.
Hey, room 308. How we settling in? We looking good? We feeling good? I see we only got a couple more
Oh,
boxes here.
It's
Hey,
my RA. Hi.
hey, what's the haps? Hey, you
Um,
look like you're a little too old to go here. I'm just kidding. I know you're dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know you're
That's
dead.
funny.
Yeah, it's kind of a joke I do with
What's your name, son?
Toby Seinfeld.
Toby.
wait, holy crap. Is your dad... Is your...
In the same family, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So I've got a shtick.
See, Dad, I'm in good hands.
What's this? Who are we talking about? Who's your in your family?
Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld. Is that TikToker? Is that one of your TikToks?
No, Dad, he actually, it makes more sense for you to know him than for us No.
Yeah? What is he? Is he
Yeah.
on Facebook?
No, he's
No.
like a famous stand-up comedian who had
He's got
a
one of the most syndicated shows of all time.
biggest show in the 90s. His
Really?
name. Yeah.
Is he on IGTV?
Is he on Instagram TV?
Yeah, who is this guy? Is he like
You know,
Ninja?
No.
He's not like Ninja. He's nothing like Ninja,
Do
actually.
you know Larry David, Dad?
Larry David. Yeah, that's the Pootie Pie guy.
No.
No, that's Pootie Pie.
I don't know. I can't keep up with all this.
Yeah,
all
no,
this stuff.
you're fine.
It's fine. My dad was just leaving.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, if you want to stick around, there is a party tonight. It's going to be downstairs in the common area. There's going to be movies, popcorn. Some of the other parents are sticking around.
Yeah, that sounds great. I
but
would
the
love
parents-
to stick around. What movie are we watching?
We're gonna do Predator.
Predator.
We're gonna watch Predator, and
What is
then Predator. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's some sort of Facebook Live show?
Dad, I actually got invited to a frat party tonight. So if you want to go to that Predator viewing, you can go alone. And then I'll just see you at Thanksgiving.
You are already getting invited to frat parties?
Yeah, a boy invited me in the elevator.
I am so proud of you, sweetheart. You are going to fit in so well here.
Oh, thanks. Well, I'm gonna
All
head
right.
out.
Yeah.
Dad, you can just see yourself out.
What's your name again, R.A.?
Toby
Toby
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld?
If you still want to come down to the party, you
No,
can.
no. I don't want to embarrass my daughter. I can see when I'm an embarrassment. Hey, look. Here's $500. You keep a special eye on this one, okay?
Oh, wow.
And you know what? I don't know if you can see, but she's got a hot plate in the corner. Why don't we just say we didn't notice that, huh? Here's another $1,500. Let's just say you didn't
my
notice the
God.
hot plate.
Yeah, sure
Is that
thing.
good?
Yeah.
Hey, Dad, did you say something to my RA? Because he's been up my ass for the last 3 weeks. He's just like paying such close attention to me.
What?
And making sure I'm not drinking and making sure I'm not having any fun at all or doing anything illegal. What did you say to him?
I didn't say anything to him. He's not letting you have fun?
No, he's just saying
Did
the
he take
hot...
away the hot plate?
No, he let me keep the hot plate. He said,
All right,
hot
good.
plate's cool with me, and then he winked. But then he's like, absolutely no drugs and alcohol or sex, though.
Okay, but he's cool with the hot plate. He didn't take the hot plate away?
He didn't take the hot plate, and yeah, I can make tea, but I
Oh,
can't...
great. Okay, good, because I lost 10 grand to that kid making sure that you could keep the hot plate.
You what?
How was the frat party?
It was amazing.
Yeah?
I met my husband. I got
Oh.
married.
What? You got married?
Yeah.
I literally just got home.
You've been
You have some kind of
you've been
shotgun wedding?
you've been riding around for 3 weeks?
Yeah, I finally did the tour of America I always talked about. I was like literally in the driveway. I was in park. I said, you know what? She's gone. What's holding you back? I put the car back in reverse and I circumnavigated the United States and just finally saw all the national parks.
Well, I'm happy for you, but yeah, I'm at a Christian college. Night 1, at a frat party, met the love of my life, and we just like eloped. We'll have a bigger celebration later.
That's what happened with me and your mom.
Yeah,
But
just like that.
people change.
Okay, please don't impose.
In your mom's case, she changed from being alive.
It's not really her fault. You're
Not
very
blaming her.
misleading
Not
when you
blaming
talk.
her.
When
I'm saying
you
people change. It's a normal thing. Your mom changed from being alive to not being alive anymore.
when you talk about mom to my friends, they think that you guys got a divorce because you always say yeah we separated.
Mm-hmm. We did. We separated earthly planes.
Yeah, and you said you had irreconcilable differences, and she saw herself as dead, and you saw yourself as alive.
Yeah, that is the most irreconcilable difference. I mean, there's no more irreconcilable difference than that. So,
I'm just saying that it's misleading.
yeah. Okay. Well, I'll love your mom forever and always, and that's why I went on the tour. I spread her ashes across all the different national parks.
Oh man. So there's not really one place I can go and visit her, though.
Yeah,
huh?
that's the beauty of it. She's everywhere now. So I circumnavigated the United States. So I got a nice little perimeter for you.
Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to step away from the glass here. You've been staring directly into this polar bear's cage for maybe 3-4 hours now. and other people have walked by. They're trying to get a look at the polar bears as well. So
Can you do me a favor?
Sure.
This is gonna sound crazy, but can you feed this polar bear these ashes? My wife's favorite animal was a polar bear, and I made her a promise. We were separated recently, and I made her a promise that...
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, people change, so she left me for heaven. But I promised her that I'd feed her ashes to a polar bear, so that every time I saw a polar bear, I'd think of her.
Well, if I fed a polar bear somebody's wife's ashes every day, guy come through here with his wife's ashes, tell me to give it to a polar bear, this polar bear would be coughing up dust. So I can't do that.
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
But I
Can you? Are there any security cameras around this enclosure?
no security cameras, but there's a live stream on this polar bear, on the polar bear exhibit here, 24/7.
Okay, kids, gather around. 5 minutes every day, we're going to watch this polar bear swim around. It's very peaceful, isn't it?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, wait a second. What is that? What's that man doing?
There's a man in the tank.
Oh my God. What is he pouring out? Is that dust?
I think sometimes when someone loses a loved one that's very close to them, they act out in ways that may not make sense to the rest of us.
Oh my
The
God.
polar bear's, he looks like he's yelling at the guy.
They're in a fight. Oh my God. Okay, kids, look away. This is about to be very violent.
I've never been more glued to a screen in my life.
This is the natural order of things.
Oh my God, I'm going to lose my job. Oh my God, I'm letting these kids watch a polar bear eat a man.
Wait a second, is that chimpanzee giving birth?
Okay, yeah.
That's how it happens!
Why are they so old? That chimpanzee's giving birth to two full-size chimpanzees.
They're full-grown gorillas.
She's splitting in two! Does this always happen?
Look away.
No, I've never been more glued to a screen. All right, I guess that's it for class today, everybody. Thanks.
Toby, you can't dismiss the class. We have to wait for the
Is Toby
bell.
in charge now?
No, Toby, I know that he has an air of authority to him, but Toby, you can't keep dismissing
Yeah,
the
let's
class.
just call it early today. I think everyone worked hard, so let's go home.
Toby, we get dismissed by the bell. Now walk away from that iguana habitat,
I
please.
fed the iguana some Funyuns, and now it's on its back. I gave it a protein shake.
Oh, God. Toby.
That's what I drink every morning. My dad makes me drink a protein shake until I throw up.
Jerry Seinfeld makes you drink a protein shake until you
Jerry
throw up?
Seinfeld. Yeah.
You know what? Our next parent-teacher conference, I'm going to have a little word with this Jerry Seinfeld.
So what's the deal with Toby?
I mean, I'm good calling it there if you guys are. I'm sure we have plenty.
Thank you so much for having me, guys.
Oh, that was great.
That was so fun, Erin.
Yeah,
One of
that
my
was a blast.
favorite people in the world to improvise with live and over Zoom. Anything you want to plug? Any places people can find you?
Just listen to Hey Riddle Riddle wherever you find podcasts, or follow me, Erin Keif 10 on Instagram. Thank you so much for having me. This is so exciting. This is going to be my new favorite show to listen to.
Thanks for doing it. Oh, it was so fun. Thanks for having it. Hey Riddle Riddle, one of my favorite podcasts. And social media handles. What are the social handles?
Erin Keif 10 on Instagram, Erin Keif 2 on Twitter, but I don't really tweet.
Oh, but you retweet me, so follow her on
do.
Twitter.
I do retweet both of you a good amount. If you want to see how often I like the two of your tweets, please check out me
I'll
on
search
Twitter.
it.
Thank you. Timmy, where can people find you?
Oh, God, at Tim Lyons on Twitter, and that's really all I want to plug. You don't need to see my Instagram.
Sounds
Well,
good.
now you made it mysterious, and now
No,
everyone
no,
wants to see it.
It's at Lionheart if you want to see it.
Well, thank you guys both so much for doing it. I had an absolute blast as always, and we'll hope to have you guys back soon.
Thank you for having me. Have a great
Thanks, Dean.
night, guys.
Hey guys, Dan here. Hope you enjoyed the pod. One final plea. Again, if you enjoy the show, please head on over to iTunes to like and subscribe. Leave us a 5-star rating and a short little review. We may even read it on the show. It takes under a minute and it really helps us out. So if you dig what we're doing, please say so. Regardless, thanks so much for listening. We'll be back next Tuesday with a new episode of Improv is Dead. Thanks, guys. Have a great week.